Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Finally, senior citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and to all of our non-binary friends. And welcome to this, a brand new day. And remember, no matter who you are valid. Definitely a thumbs up for that. I have been outside, briefly. I walked to the community center to talk to the case managers to show that I'm alive. And once again, doors shut for training. So, joy on that. But it's not cold anymore. I mean, this is almost too warm, and I have had the heat off, windows open, fans on, and I am almost sweating. So I might probably take this off at some point. Thumbs up. Anyway, though, it is cloudy, gray, probably gonna rain. If not, it's still moist. Thumbs up. And I just drank 3 cups of tea, a full liter, a cup of green tea, a cup of Earl Grey, and a cup of vanilla chai. But it's vanilla chai that you get in a box, and it's a weak flavor. And I don't think I'm going to buy it again. But it's got caffeine in it, so I drank it. Yay! Also, real quick, now I'm going to talk about some gross stuff. I guess trigger slash content slash all that, because I'm talking about what happens after death. And I don't mean spiritually, because I was playing the game Disco Elysium, and I halfway can go with something that's going on with a corpse in the game, but only halfway. Because there's a person with a belt around their neck hanging from a tree, and they've been up there for a week, and they're still hanging there. No, you wouldn't really, especially, I mean, it would have to be cold, like winter, because otherwise, well, there's still rot and decay going on. But after a week, and they describe it as a cold spring day. Nope. Would not still be hanging there like that. There would have been, first off, separation from the body. Bodies are heavy, and the whole head would have popped off by that time. When you see, like in forests and stuff, where people are no longer alive and they're still in a somewhat upright position, that is because the full weight, while they have full weight, they're not always in a position where it's full weight. All the entire pressure is here. There's pressure here or wherever, but there's also, like, they're on their knees or they're standing. There's also, some of the weight is being taken on a different part of the body. So that, I can understand why they did it, but cold spring day. The insect growth would be horrible. Not just bacterial growth do you have to worry about with dead stuff. Insects as well. And every place that you've got a port of entry. And down below, you've got a ton of insect activity. I was going to say growth, but that wasn't the right word. Insect activity. There wouldn't be eyes the way they show in the game and talking about in the game. There wouldn't be a lot of the stuff that's seen. There are a lot of it. Very efficient recyclers in the world. That's the bacterial growth. And then we have the insects that come along. They do the job as well. And then you have animals. And it isn't just the animals that you think of. They have done experiments to see what happens. They've taken meat and they've put it into the forest to see who comes up and eats it first. And you know who does? Deer, squirrels, raccoons, other animals that you wouldn't think of that eat for meat eating. They come up and get it first. Then it's the other animals that you think of in the forest, the actual meat eaters that come up to get it. If you've ever watched any of these videos that they'll put, you'll see that there are cows that are just, eating some grass, and there's little, chicks running around everywhere, and the cow will just go munch and eat one of the baby chicks. Yeah, they eat meat. Everybody out there, even standard herbivores, will eat meat if they can. It's horrifying. So this body would not be the pristine form that it was, even in an urban environment. But for game purposes, I fully understand. You don't want to horrify your audience too much. Too much. Now, I've never actually dealt with bodies in a decayed state, though I have. As anybody who works in geriatrics in healthcare has, I cleaned up a lot. I estimate around 200 human corpses during my 13-odd-ish years working in healthcare, primarily in geriatric care. People die all the time, especially in these environments where advanced age with advanced issues and advanced issues up here, because there's a lot of dementia as you get up into the vast age. And then, that's nothing that can be helped. And especially with the plastic spoon in your brain, it's going to be rough. So yeah, decay is awful. Thumbs up for that. Yeah, but past that, I have not really been doing much. Mostly I've been watching videos and relaxing, playing video games, and trying to find the right time to play the right ones. I do occasionally play cozy type games. I've done a couple posts about this, so I'm talking about it now. But while I mentioned Stardew Valley in one of these posts, community posts, I find Stardew Valley to be very stressful. I don't really enjoy it because there's deadlines and there's timelines, and you've got to, if you want to do this, you've got to talk to the right people, you've got to get the right things for people, places are open and closed, there's seasons. No, there is too much. I do not enjoy it. But some cozy games can be okay. And especially, I was coming to an understanding with some of these, like, grocery store simulator games and all, because there was a type of game, a game genre, like 14 years ago ish. They were mostly flash games, and game companies like PopCap and such that got eaten by, what was it, EA? But they used to do these time management type games where you would be, like, say, a server at a restaurant. And then you'd have groups of people show up at the door, and there would be like 2, 3, 4, whatever. And then you had tables that were set up, that could take a certain number of people and all that. And you'd have to put them at the right table with the right colors. You'd go in to take their order, and you'd have to click on them so that you could go over and talk to them, and then take their order to go here, and then click on somebody's table when they were done, click on them over at the register. It was all time management. And I wondered, are there any games like that anymore? Because that seems to be a genre that has just vanished entirely. And then it was like a kind of revelation how they've morphed into these simulator type games. Because grocery store simulator, supermarket simulator, gas station simulator, 3 of them that I have. But there's a lot more out there. They're time management games. Again, you've got to make sure that you get the stuff out on the shelf so that people can buy them, so you can ring them out at the register, so that you can, it's all time management, trying to get it all done. It's just you're doing it in a 3-dimensional way, different types of jobs, but yeah. So Thumbs up for that. I like the supermarket simulator games and grocery store simulator types. The big thing that bugs me about supermarket simulator versus grocery store simulator, because there are pluses and minuses to both. With grocery store simulator being much more relaxed, supermarket simulator being much more stressful. Now to try and remember what my original point was on the two of them. Well, yeah, there's the pluses and the minuses. We'll go with that. Where, yeah, there's the time limit on Supermarket Simulator, but no time limit on Grocery Store Simulator. But Grocery Store Simulator has you dealing with the logistics of making sure you order your stuff, then having the truck show up, and then unloading the trucks and putting the inventory on shelving so that you can get it out to the customers. And you don't deal with that. In Supermarket Simulator, it's much more, you just order it and it's right there in a stack out on the sidewalk. You can stay on the sidewalk. You don't have to move it anywhere. But it's also got that time limit, which Grocery Store Simulator does not. So there are pluses and minuses with both. Definitely a good thing. My apologies. So yeah, past that, I have just been trying to survive, watching videos, playing games as best I can. I'd have to, itchy nose, call up Steam to look up exactly the latest type of one I've been playing of late, which I am not going to do. I am going to talk about this one thing. I get sucked into various types of videos on YouTube. I watched a video about a person who hadn't played Terraria in over 10 years, and they started playing it for the channel. And then I had to reinstall Terraria, and then I've been replaying it, and then I've been watching other people who haven't played it and their first time doing it, and what happens to them as they come across bosses and such. Just this morning I was watching a person who is a Minecraft person playing Terraria, and they do kind of just throw you into the deep end on the game. Even though it's kind of soft and fluffy and friendly, also there's no explanations. And when you're tossed into the character creator and the world creator and all that, there's no explanations, and really there should be some. But while this person was doing it, the game names the land. So each game, the world has a name. And on this one, the person generated a world that was the boondocks of Upchuck. I don't want to live there. Vomiting is my least favorite activity. Well, I imagine there's other least favorite activities, like being gutted like a trout. I think that would be one of my least favorite activities. But amongst activities that I have taken amongst those activities I have done, upchucking is one of my least favorite. Ugh. But past that, I am checking my time here. I don't actually have a whole lot past that, so this is going to be really short today. I could talk about my creative stuff, but still, to be honest, I have no ideas beyond a few people who have said I enjoy singing, how the bulk of people feel about my talking about creative stuff. I don't know if people click off when I start talking about my creative stuff / solo RPG setting. And so sometimes I get really not wanting to talk about it just because I'm pretty sure that nobody wants to hear it. And then there's other times I'm willing to yammer on for 20-25 minutes all about one small thing. But that's all the days, and right now I ain't feeling it, so I don't want to risk boring everyone to death. And after talking about what happens after death, I really don't want anyone to be thinking about that further than they have to. Just remember, we all die. We are made of meat. And what happens to meat when it stops living is not pretty. But it's also a part of life. You know, death is just another stage of life. So, thumbs up. But because this is so short, hey, call to action time. If you could like, comment, share, subscribe, that'd be very cool. Definitely a thumbs up. And for every one of my Patreon patrons out there, you are beautiful and awesome people. Thank you so very much. Without your help, I would find it much more difficult. I would not be hurting worse than... What's a good way to put this? I've talked about this before, where I was here, I am here. This is good. So much better than this. But even at this, it's so much better because of your help. I'm able to eat until the end of the month. Thumbs up and thank you. Did I say that halfway good afterward? Because boy, did I lead off weakly. Ugh. And for everybody that leaves me a comment, you too are beautiful and awesome in your own way. I read every comment that YouTube shows me. I heart every comment that YouTube allows. And I answer as many comments as my nerve compression will allow me, which isn't as many as I would like, but it's better than none. So yeah, I'm going to edit, render, upload, take care of myself. Who do I have to call? I have my cardiology appointment tomorrow. I have to be there at 10 minutes after 10 in the morning. So I'm going to do vlogging and recording and such after I get back from my appointment. So just thought I'd let everyone know. And tomorrow, because of the appointment, everything's going to be all messed up. So thumbs up for that. Oof, my tummy is wanting to burp on. And all at the same time, I had tea. And sometimes tea makes my stomach feel not that good. So I'm pretty sure it's just burping, but I want to make sure that that's all. Thumbs up for that. Hopefully you can get done the things that you would like to get done. That would be very, very cool. And if not, please do not beat yourself up. That does not help a thing. And you deserve better. And if you have watched this far, if you could type 3 of aces into the comments to let both me and the YouTube algorithm know that people do in fact watch these videos, that would be very, very cool. Definitely a thumbs up. Not many people play that little game. It's not required. I'm not asking you as a ultimatum. I'm only asking as a, hey, if you feel like playing this little game, it'd be cool if you could. If not, don't worry about it. Thumbs up for that. So, until we meet again, you take care. Have a great day today. Dry throat. I will see you on the flip side, and that is indeed a very, very good thing. Life is fun. I wish I could sleep better. I wish my legs didn't cramp, but with the amount of sleep that I get, it's pretty much the way I've lived my whole life. I'm tired, but it's not extra tired. Hopefully you're feeling good today, though. And if you live in the United States, just remember, buckle up. If you're one of those people that doesn't like what's going on in the United States government right now, it's going to be a long 4 years, isn't it?